Alright, what's going on guys? gdoggcasey here, and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video. Today we are starting a new series. This time it's going to be with the healer. If you guys did not catch the first episode of the tanking trial series, now we are doing the healing trial series. And we're going to be releasing these side by side throughout the weeks. So on one day you'll see the tanking one, and another day that week you'll see the healing one. I'm not telling you the exact days because sometimes I move the days around, but the idea of the series is that we'll do the tanking one first and then the healing one later on in the week and sort of keep them side by side like that. So I've already recorded the tanking one, bit of an interesting one, and I think, I'm not trying to throw shade at specific people, I can't even remember that healer's name, but I think that healer might have benefited from watching a video like this, and I think that is the main reason why I make these videos, so that even if I can help one person, you know, it's worth it for me to make the video, because you'll get yourself in these situations where, you know, something should be relatively simple. For example, Ifrit is a very simple trial in the grand scheme of things, but for somebody who's never done it, or somebody who's still struggling to learn the healing mechanics or tanking mechanics, you can have quite a difficult time with it. So this series is going to be for you guys who are looking for a little bit of help, but also for those of you who are better than me at the game to, you know, give me some pointers, because it's going to start off where I'm showing you guys what to do, and it's going to quickly get to the point where I am just trying to make it through. Okay, so as we get further on in the trials and they get harder and harder, we're going to eventually get to some where it's like, I think I can do it, but I'm not exactly sure. And, you know, of course, if you guys are seeing those videos, then I imagine that I got through it, but I'm sure there would have been, you know, ways that I could improve along the way. So, like I said, it's not just for beginners. For those of you who are a little more, you know, Final Fantasy veterans, then by all means, you might enjoy just watching the video just to watch somebody do it, but also to provide me some tips on how I can do a better job. Alright, I already went through the whole spiel of people watching cutscenes in the tanking video, so if you want to hear that, you can go watch that where I talked about it at the beginning there. Looks like we've got quite a bit of new people here. Alright, the tank is going to be given protect to everybody, but we should be doing that as well. And he's already pulled Ifrit, so we need to get out of the way because Ifrit has a conal attack that's going to hurt everybody. And we're going to just focus on healing for the most part here. Where is the tank? Okay. There's the tank right there. So the better way to do this is to actually have Ifrit up against the sides here so he doesn't inflict anyone else with his conal attack, but I suppose if everyone is spread out enough, then it'll be okay. We're going to do a little bit of damage to Ifrit here because he doesn't necessarily do a ton of damage. So we can put some damage into Ifrit and just keep an eye on the tank's health. Now, his health is getting relatively low now, so we're going to go ahead and heal up. And we're going to be watching to avoid gigantic AoEs that Ifrit has. And when Ifrit gets to about half health, we're going to be looking at killing the nail as soon as possible. And we'll definitely help our DPS out with that, because we have that ability. Not ability as in, like, clickable ability, but the actual know-how. And he's getting there, so we'll bring Ifrit down a little bit more. Usually when he gives off that speech, the nail's going to spawn soon. So before that happens, I'm going to give the tank a nice little heal here, and there's the nail. So yeah, the tank is actually attacking the nail here, and this is going to be one of those instances where you kind of realize in my tanking video why I said the tank shouldn't really do that. Actually, you know what? Now that I look at it, I wonder if it's something that you can totally do, as long as the rest of the party spreads out well enough. We should take off cleric stance when we're healing. Maybe the tank can actually target the nail without it being too much of an issue, in which case maybe I was dooming my... Uh-oh, are we dead? Yeah, we did not get to that fast enough. We are all dead. Gotta kill the nail faster. All DPS go on the nail as soon as it spawns. Alright, he's already done that. We're just going to stay behind Ifrit so we know that we're not going to get targeted by the flame, and we're going to drop heals whenever we can. One thing you want to do as either a healer or a DPS is do not run away from the tank when you get aggro on you by mistake. Because the tank needs to get that aggro back. So if you're running away from the tank, then, you know, you're making it harder for the tank to get that aggro back. So if you find yourself with aggro, just go stand on the tank. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, got a bit of healing done. We're going to throw arrow on Ifrit once again. Throwing a little bit of DPS. This time I'll try to be a little bit more ready. So I'm actually going to stop DPSing now and just make sure that by the time the nail spawns, we have everybody at full health as close as possible so we can just focus on damaging the nail. It's going to happen soon. When he gets to about half health, he'll give off his little speech. And then we got to watch for it. Alright, so we'll get a heal on the tank here. There's the nail. We'll target it. Nope, that's Ifrit. Target the nail. And just try to damage it as best as we can. But we gotta make sure our tank doesn't die as well. And the tank is dying. So I'll get a quick heal out here. Don't die, tank. I got you. There we go. Switch back to the nail. Come on, we gotta kill it before... There we go. We got it. Alright, back to healing. And now we just gotta focus on dodging AoEs like crazy. Take a little bit of damage here, so we'll throw out an AoE heal for everybody. Shit, we got hit by that fire here. Kind of another reason why it's usually better to have Ifrit facing the edge of the arena. It's not the end of the world, though, if you don't do it, but it's helpful if you do. Alright. As a healer, all of your abilities have a cast time. So it's important to realize it's more important to get out of the AoE and then recast your spell than just stand in the AoE and cast it. At least 95% of the time. You might have one instance where you absolutely needed to get that one last heal off in order to, like, heal the tank before he died, or yourself, or something like that. Of course, there's going to be situations like that where that's the case, and, you know, I'm not talking about those specific cases, but for the most part, make sure you move out of the AoE and then cast your spell. Doesn't matter if you're halfway through casting or not, just get out of the way and recast it as soon as you can, and everyone will be happy. And there goes Ifrit. So we didn't have quite as much of a struggle as we did with the tanking video, but still a little bit of a struggle. So you can see why I might, you know, feel inclined to make these videos for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed. Again, as I said in the tanking video, things are going to start off relatively simple here. They're really not that difficult at the start, but as we move on and on and on, they're going to get tougher and tougher and absolutely tougher. I think that the trials are where the main difficulty in Final Fantasy XIV lies. Especially the extreme ones, and we're going to witness that. So that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm excited to start these trial series for you guys because I think it's important, and I don't know why it took me so long to do it. So that said, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.